Hi, and welcome to Java NetBeans of our student database management system. Okay guys, let me show you how this works. Now right here I have some data of Sheila, and here we have the grades and so on. Okay, we have the date. These very dates can always be changed. Supposing we want to change the date to, maybe let's assume we want to backdate it to maybe on the 12th, just select 12 and click on results. There we go. Okay, and if we go to the next tab here, we should be able to see the details of all other students, but unfortunately the details of Sheila is not here for now. So to get her detail on board, all we need to do is to click on add. There, record successfully added. Come right here, and that's the details of Sheila. So let's check out the database. If our details is there, it's not on the database. However, if we refresh, we should be able to see Sheila's details right there in the database. And that is all there is to it. If you want, you can always add more student details in there. All you need to do is just click on reset. There we go, and enter the student ID, whatever the student name is. Let's say the name is Max Moulton, and address of Moulton, number 13, Wales town. It's male, date of birth, (2000). Okay, we have the details of Max and the guardians. Okay, right here let's select the course that Max is studying. Let's assume he's studying computer science, and those are the details for the course. He's an home student and he is on scholarship, and let's assume it's the BSc final year. Okay, right in here we need to enter the subject, the modules. So let's say C#, enter a grade for C#. If you notice, we have 300 plus there, so let's see what's going to happen. And let's assume Max is one of the smart students, so artificial intelligence, it just happens to be in the 90s, object oriented, right there. And now check out what's going to happen to where we have 300. If I click on this, you see the system refuses that. Okay, so we need to enter grades between 1 and 100 there. Recalculate. There we go. Max Moulton is a first class student. Alright, so let's check out the student details here. There we go. No Max Moulton there. Click on add now. Successfully added, and let's come straight to the database and click on refresh. Max Moulton's details right there on the database. And there, I'll see you guys with a full tutorial shortly. Okay guys, let's exit out and start a new project entirely. So I'm going to click on exit. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go straight to file, new project, and make sure you select Java with and Java application and the project, and click on next. The project name, I'm going to call this student db underscore MySQL, and I will copy that, uncheck the create class, and then click on finish. And right here, that is my project. Right click on that same project and select new. Let's click on JFrame form there, and the JFrame form, I'm going to give it a name. I'm giving it exactly the same name, studentdb_MySQL. the package name is going to be the same as well, and click on finish. There we go. Here comes the system. Now that the form is here, I'm going to right click on it and let's select set layout, and I will click on absolute layout. Once that is done, you can see the kind of like light blue around it. So I'm going to right click on the form again, select the properties, and let's go to the code here, and inside here I'm going to change the form size to 1400 by 800, and where we have generate center, make sure that is checked. Close. You can see the form size now. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to go straight to the palette here, and let's select tab plain and just paste that in here. And for you to be able to see this tab, what I would advise you to do is to go back to the plane and let's select panel, grab a panel and just paste one there. There we go, that's one tab. Repeat exactly the same thing. Go back to the palette, grab another panel and just paste it right there. So that will, there we go, that will output your tab. Now this very tab here, so I'm going to change the name of that very tab to, let's go for student, or maybe school system or something. School system. And the second tab, right click on it, select edit tab. I will call that student details there, and there we go. I have my two tabs right there. Okay guys, the next thing I'm going to do now is select the tab control. Now make sure you right click on it, select set layout. I'm going to change it to absolute layout. There we go. Alright, now let's go back to the palette. Right here in the palette, I'm going to select a panel here. Let's dock it right here. Paste that in here and just drag it that much. I'm going to add a border to it. So first thing first, let's come in here and change. Make sure the size, okay, I'm going to make that about 470, and the height I'm going to make that 340. That's cool. Now let's go straight to the border here. Right there on the border, I'm going to select this border and make the size about 4, and let's change the color of that very border. Where is it? Right here. I select the RGB tab, and in here the very first one, I'm going to give that 95. That's for red. For green, I'm going to make that 158, and for blue, I'm going to make that 160. That should give us cadet blue. There we go. Click on that, and there. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we should just increase the size of the border a little bit more. Let's make it maybe about 8 and see how that's gonna look like. Okay. Alright, so I can then right click on this panel, go to set layout and change it to absolute layout as well. Now let's copy it. Control C and Control V, paste. So paste one right here, and I'm going to paste another one right at the edge here. So right click and copy and paste it. There we go. I'll just paste it right somewhere here and drag it out much for now. Okay, this very one, I'm going to pull it right down. There we go. Now let's copy this. Copy again. Paste. Oh, I've copied the other one, so I might as well just change this. Bring it here. Right there. Something like that. And let's copy this very one. Copy and paste. And we just copy one, paste that here. That is going to be for my buttons. Okay, looking good. We are almost there now. And let's paste one here. Paste. Copy and paste. Right there. And bring it down. There. Okay, let's do the same thing for the student details here. So maybe I should be able to, let's see if I can copy something here. Copy something from here, and let's see if we can paste that in here. No, yes, we can. That's it. Yeah. Okay, first thing first, you can see these lines across is because I haven't changed the set layout to absolute layout. So I'm going to change that to absolute layout. There we go. So I can now adjust my component just how I want, and just drag it that much. Let's collapse this. I would need about 2 of those. Bring it all the way. Yeah, that's fine. And copy it as well and paste. Drag it down and move it right down. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, now right in here I'm going to grab, let's grab a JLabel. There we go. Paste that right in here, and I'm going to change the content of that. First of all, let's just change the content to student details management system. There we go. I'm going to go straight to the properties, and let's increase the font size to something readable. Make that bold. Let's go for about 48. Let's see how that's going to look like. Oh, where's all my typing? Let's see if we can get it back. Alright, undo that. Okay, let's do that again. Student details management system. There. Okay, let's get it centered. Alright, that will do. Yeah. Now here I'm going to add a table. Let's go for JTabel. Right here, guys, grab a JTabel and just dump it right here. Yeah, that's fine. Move this down a little bit. Okay, so that is the table. Now let's click in here and let's go to model. Click on that so that we can enhance this table, and in there I'm just going to enter student ID. Get rid of everything there. Student ID, and here that's going to be first name. We have surname here, address, Let's insert some more first. It's going to be about 39. Yeah. Okay. Here that's going to be address. Okay. And here that is going to be gender. We have date of birth. Then we have mobile, email, next underneath here is going to be course. Then we have course code. Okay, that's good. And right here I'm going to change that to home student. Okay, home student. Then here I'm going to call that overseas student. There's not going to be enough room for this, but we'll put 1 or 2 lines of code together just to at least create a bit of space for it. Accommodation. And the next one I'm going to call that exchange, just like I did with the other program. I have this particular project in Visual Basic, C#, Python, and VBA, Excel VBA for now. Okay, we still have to kind of like sort it out in some other language, maybe C++ next. Okay, now we have that. So we have BA here, BSc, MA, MSc, and a PhD. Right, now underneath that we have model. So let's copy that. So this is going to be model 1, model 2, model 3, model 4, model 5, model 6, model 7, model 8, there. And here I'm going to enter the score for each unit. Copy that, or for each module. That's score number 1, score 2, score number 3, 6. For those of you who know how to do this, you can just speed it up anyways. And that is 8. And right underneath here we're going to have the total score. Underneath the total score is going to be the ranking. And dates right here. There. That is it, all done. I'm going to click on OK. Yeah, this is OK here. Right, click on OK. There we go. You see, it's all shrunk. But that's no problem. We will find a way to just sort it out with one single line of code inside the initialize. There. And the name of this is called JTabel 1. Right. So let's go into the system here. School system. Right. Okay. Let's do one thing first. I'm going to go straight into the source code here underneath initial component. Okay, I'm just going to get our table sorted. Table, that's table 1 dot set. That will be auto. Let me just type it out. Auto resize mode, and that is going to be table 1 dot auto underscore resize underscore off, and right here just enter semicolon. There. If I run it, that should take care of the table. So let's even save and try to run that and see. Okay, look at how the table looks like now. Okay, so let's run it and see. Compile and run. Click on run, and that should kind of like add a bit of space. Look at that. So that's a very tricky and nice way to get it sorted. So the table is sorted. So I've finished entirely with this very part of the system. So let's go back into the student system, school system area. All right, back in here. The very first thing I want to do now is to start adding components on board. So let's go for the label. Come straight to the, yep. So grab a label here, dump it here. There. Change the text content of that label to student ID. And I'm also going to increase the font size. Let's come in here and make that maybe about 18. Yeah. Click on OK. So let's just copy it across. Copy that. Paste. We have to copy, paste. We have 4. And we're going to need 4 more. Copy and paste. There, we have 8. So I'm going to rearrange it properly. Now let's grab a text field. Oh, yeah, text field. There we go. Grab this, paste it here, and this very text field I'm going to change. Let's copy it across first. Copy. We have 2. There. Then I'm going to add 1 combo box. Let's add the text field first. Yeah, and just 1 more text field. Copy that. Paste it right underneath here. There. And we need 1 combo box there. There we go. Grab that. Right here. Just drag it that much. And this very combo box, let's change the text content of that combo box to, get rid of that. That's going to be female. And male. There. Let's come in here. I need to add a space in there. I don't want anything to show for space, comma. Now increase the font size of that to about 18 as well. There. And the name, the variable name, is going to be changed to JCBO, gender. Brilliant. There we go. Get rid of the text content inside that very text box here. Try that again. Delete. Change the name to student ID. JTXT student ID. Right, I'm going to have to repeat the same thing for the others. I guess you guys get the whole idea for this part of it. So this is going to be first name. Copy that. Change the name of these to, get rid of the text content first and change the name to first name. JTXT first name. You get it, guys? I'm going to speed that up. But before that, let's do one thing. Just copy it across because I'm going to need couple there. Control C, paste in here. And I also need a label. Okay, let's just grab all of these here. Copy and paste it right in here. And we change them around as well. So we need, let's grab 5 here. Copy and paste it here. There we go. Undo that. Just drag it here. Okay, so what about the, we need about 5 here. Well, let's copy 1 2 3 4 5, the same amount. Let's copy all of this. Copy and paste it right in here. Paste. Let's change the size. And here, let's add buttons here. Where's buttons? Then I can then modify the whole lot. Copy the button. That's 2. Copy and paste there. Okay. So we need about 5 here. 1 2 3 4 5. Copy that, paste it right in here. And we need another 5 here. Then we need combo box. Copy combo box, copy, paste it in here. Reduce the size, undo that. Bring it in. And 5 of those. Oh, first thing first, let's make life easy for me. I'm going to come in here and change text content in there to, okay, there will be a default value in this one. Okay, that's good. So get rid of this and just copy this one, paste. Oops, undo that. Copy and paste. And one more here. Copy, paste. There. Alright. Let's select it all. Maybe make the font size. The font. Where's font? Just make it bold. Bold. Right. Okay, here I need 5. Copy and paste it right in here. However, all of this has to be changed individually. So the value in there is going to be like 1 to 8. No, 1 to 4. Let's make it just 1 to 4. Let's start from 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, that's good enough. Right, so let's just get rid of all of these and copy this one. Copy, paste, paste, and one more. There we go. All right, and right here I'm going to need a J calendar here, right here, somewhere here. That's fine. Let's drag that much and dump it in there. Then let's grab a label here, paste a label in here, and this very label, let's change the text content of this to number. Copy that label, paste it right here. Copy another one, paste, and another one. Alright, here we're going to change that to module selector, and here I'm going to change this one to score. There. Okay, so that's fine. Now this very one here, let's do something totally different with this one. I'm going to add a border. Let's come in here. Where's border? There we go. Click on that. Let's add a border to that. Yeah. And I'm going to change the text content of it to 1. I'm going to get it centered. Align centered. Get rid of the text content again. There we go. We expand it a little bit more. Alright, just copy that across. Copy. Copy again. And again. We need 2 more. Paste. There, for 8 units. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. There. Okay, that's good. Now let's grab some combo box. Grab this, copy that, and paste it right here. Where is it? Look at it here. Now I'm going to reduce the size of that. Okay, I need a text box. Copy that and paste it in here again. Reduce that to that much. Okay, select this, copy and paste. We don't need this. Copy, paste. There. And we need 4 more. Copy and paste. Bring it down. That is good. Alright, so what else? We need 3 labels. Copy this, paste that in here. Let's see, it might be up there somewhere. Bring it down. And down. Yeah. I can now reduce that. That's going to be total score. Now copy. Yeah. Copy that. Paste. As for ranking, paste again. That is going to be for date. there, and grab one of these, copy, paste it right here. Copy it again, paste. We have to paste, and there we go. So we just need to change this lot. Select it all, come right here, properties, change the font to something readable, maybe 20, bold. There. Now, oh, we may not have enough room. Okay, change that to add. This is going to be reset. Here, that is going to be result. And finally, I have exit. There we go. Alright, everything is ready. All I just need to do now is to enter all of the names. So let me run it for you guys to see how that looks like. Save that first. Run. Okay guys, that's how it's looking now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename it all. You all know how to rename, else that's going to take forever. Okay, and I'll get back to you shortly as soon as I finish renaming the whole system. So let's exit out, come right here. So the next name that I intend to enter here, I think this one has a variable name already. Yeah, so this one is going to be known as JTXT surname in lowercase. JTXT surname, and the label is going to be surname. There we go guys. So it's not difficult to do, so because it's going to take too long for me to complete that, and we don't have much time, so let's just speed that up, then I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, all done. So it's looking much better than how it was before. So let's compile and run. Okay, it's coming up now. There we go, it's coming up there. All right, that's good guys. So I already have data in there, and these other ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's add data in here, then we take it from there. So let's come in here. That will be, where is it? Right there. So the very first one is going to be select a course there, and so on. Alright, select a course, and these are the other courses to be selected from. There we go. So that is it done. So let's run that and see how that's gonna look like now. There we go guys. There, so we can select whatever course. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have to import some component before we start coding, and I'm also going to add a driver to it. So let's close, exit out, and I'm going to go straight to the source code here, and right underneath the package student database, that's the name of my database. Right underneath here, I'm going to import the following. So let's start by importing java dot abstract window 2 dot components. So let's enter a semicolon there. I will also import javax dot swing dot JComboBox. The combo box, yeah, this very one. Enter semicolon, and now we import the following as well. There we go. Bring it down so that you guys can see it. Okay, now that I've imported all of those, I will now go straight into my projects folder here, and you see right here where we have libraries, I'm going to right click on it and I will select or add jar folder. The particular jar file that I want to add, that is it right there. Okay, it's MySQL connector java 8.0.22. okay, so I'm going to click on OK. There we go. Should be right in here now. There, right there. Okay, now that that is done, taken care of, for those of you, if you don't have JCalendar, you can also import that. If you don't have that, just search for it, you should be able to see that. So that is it, done. Now the next thing we want to do is right underneath here, I will then declare the following to drive my database. So I'm going to say string, username, and this very first username is going to be root. There, that's my very first one. So the next one, maybe just copy this and change it around. I'm going to need one for my password and my database. Okay then. Now this is going to be password, and my password login details is 12345, and for my database I'm going to ask JDBC column MySQL column /local host column 3306. that is the port. And okay, let's take care of this error. I need to give this a name, so I'm just going to call that data connect. There we go. So the error there is gone. This is my old database, but for the sake of the new learners, I'm going to create a database. Or maybe we should just change this. Let's just change it to student, and we'll create a database, student record. Let's say student stdb. Okay, stdb, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, stdb, that's the name of my database. Okay, I'm gonna have to create one of those. Now let's get it connected. So come right down here, I'm going to say connection. That is my connection there. SQLCon equals nothing for now, and get it to get prepare statement there, get a prepare statement there, prepared statement, and I'm just going to call that PST equals nothing as well. and result set. I'm going to call that rs equals nothing. Enter semicolon. Okay, let's just create two more variables that I intend to use. So this is just Q and that is R. I'll be using them for my connections. Alright, so take note of that. You guys will need that, and you will also need all of these libraries that I've imported here. Okay guys, let's create a function that we actually drive the database. So I'm going to come right here, right underneath the initialize here. Let's create my function there. So the function is going to be a public function, public void. So I'm going to call it upload db. There, that's the name of my function, using try catch just in case if there's any error. I'm going to ask, let's say class dot for name, and the name that I'm going to be using is going to be con dot MySQL, okay, dot JDBC dot driver. I already have a driver in place anyway, and you guys know how to import a driver on board. Okay, just to get rid of this rotating error, I'm going to come right underneath here. Let's say cache whatever error that I might run into. That is exception ex. Let's correct that spelling here. There. And if I have any error, I'm just going to say J option plain dot show message. Let's see, let's message there somewhere. Yep, message dialog. I'm just going to say message, there's nothing. Okay, right in there, message dialog will be nothing, no dialog there, but generate a message for me within the system. That is it. Okay, that should handle the whatever error that I might run into. Alright, now to continue, I'm going to say MySQL connect equals driver manager dot get connection, right there, and that is going to be my database data connect, comma, username, comma, and the password. There we go. There, those are the variables that I declared here. 1, 2, and 3. I've just called them in here. Alright, so let's say prepared statement, that will be equals SQL connect dot prepared statement, and the statement that I intend to use is going to be select, an SQL statement, select from stdb. That is the name of my database. If you guys can still recall, right here, that's the database, stdb. Okay, I'm going to create that as soon as we finish this. Alright, that is stdb called. In that case, the results rs equals prepare statement dot execute query, actually dot execute query. Where's query here? Okay, let's type it all up. There we go. Now I'm also going to then use results, this result set data, metadata, actually set metadata. I'm going to call that st data, that is equals result set dot get metadata. So grabbing that, okay, enter semicolon. Alright, so one of the variables that are declared up there, so that is going to handle the metadata. So I'm going to say q equals this very object created here dot get column count, and that is why it's declared as an integer. If you guys remember, that is it right there. Okay, alright, so we have one of the counters there, and the next thing I'm going to do now is let me get my table involved as well. So I'm going to come down here and just say default table mode, and that is, let's just call it record table, or yeah, maybe something like that, record table, or maybe student record. Let's say student record, yep, equals default table and the table name is known as JTabel 1 dot get mode. Right, that is done. Then I'm going to grab this student record dot set the roll count, and roll count starts from 0. There we go. So that is fine, no error so far. Okay, I might as well just finish up with this function, then we'll create our table. So let's use an iteration to get this table rolling. So I'm going to say y result dot next, and I'm going to then say vector data, yeah, equals new vector. So just okay, column data, that's just my object name there, object vector equals column data equals new vector. And let's use a for loop. For I, if you guys can recall, the I that was declared up there is equals to 1 I less than and equals to Q column I plus plus. There. So that is taken care of now. Now this column data, I'm going to add every single component that I will be having on my database. So column data dot add result dot get string, and the very first name that I'm going to be adding is going to be my student ID. There, that's the very first one. So I can just copy this. I'm going to have about 39, as you guys can see. The only one that I'm going to miss out will be this one for guidance, and this 1 2 3 4, these 4 records there, so I'm going to miss them out. Apart from that, every other thing will be added. So let's come back in here. So I'm going to copy that, paste, and the next one here is going to be the first name, which you guys can see right here, then followed by surname, then I have the address here. After the address, I have gender. Then let's see, what else do we have? We have DOB, mobile phone, see, date of birth, mobile, we have email. So that's one of the panels taken care of. The next column that I'm going to be using will be as follows. Let's copy this. Let's come down here. Okay, I'm going to change all of these to as follows. So I want course code, and all of this student information in there. So student, home student, overseas accommodation, and so on. So let's come in here. This will become course, then we have course code, now we have home students. So just for your information, guys, the way it's spelled, everything, that's how it must be on your database. Then I have overseas student, because it is case sensitive, I believe. And if a record is missing, you will definitely have an error. Then we have accommodation here as well. What else do we have? I have exchange and scholarship. Let's come in here, exchange, and right below it is scholarship. There. Okay, the next My next task is going to be to create for these and this one and these other three here. So this is 1, 2 and 3 and these very ones. So come in here, that one is about 5. Grab this, and bring it down here, paste. The record that is going to be BA. Then we have BSC. We have MA, MSC, and a PhD. There. That one is easy. So the next one, let's take care of this other one. That would be 8 in total. So let's grab this one. This is 8. We have 2 of those. 1, 2. Okay, this one is going, I'm going to call this one module 1. So we have 8 modules that must be completed. This is module 2, module 3, module 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so those are the unit or modules, or you can call it subject. Now here, that is going to be the score or the marks or grades, whatever you want to call it. So the first one is called, I'm going to call it score 1. So the text box will be holding onto that. Score number 2, score 3, 4, 5, score 6, score 7, score number 8. There we go. Good. Just 3 more to go. The total, ranking, and date. There we go. Total score. Ranking. And finally, date. There. So all that is now left for me to do is to get my table here. Where is it? That is it. Student record. I want all of those data inside the column data added to student record. So you will come right down here and we enter student record dot add roles. Okay, the roles is inside the vector anyway, so add roles, and that is it. Automatically it's added it anyway. There, that is it, taken care of. And for this to be able to work, we're gonna need to use an event, maybe form activate. So first thing, let's first of all copy the name of this function. Let's come in here. Where is it? Okay, it's called upload db. Copy that. Copy. I'm now going to go straight into the design view. See, this is the form. No, this is the form. Right click on the form and go to event. I want to use window. There we go. window activated. So come right here and just add my function in there, enter semicolon, and that is all. I've just called my form, or call the function just like you using form load. That is it, all done. So for us to be able to run the database, if I dare run it now, there will be an error. Okay, there will be a serious error. I'm going to have to create that very database. So let's come in here. This is the old one that was used. Okay, but for the sake of my new viewers out there, I'm going to have to create a new one. I can prove it to you with this. If I dare change the database to CostDB, you will see all of this information. So let me just copy that just to demonstrate to you guys that yes, it works. But we do have to create our own table, our own database. Paste that in there, CostDB. I've just copied that. I have to copy it, paste it in here as well. Paste here. So let's compile and run. Okay, let's run this new or old database. So click on run just to demonstrate that it works. There we go, look at that. If I come in here now, those are all of the information that you guys saw here, all the records in here, and that is it right here. Okay, but for the sake of my new viewers or new beginners, those who are new to using Java, so I'm going to have to create another one. So let's come back in here. So right in here, for those of you using MySQL workbench, okay, I'm going to go straight to the schema. Click on the new schema. The new database is called stdb. Okay, I'm going to name my table stdb as well. So click on apply. Click on apply again. There, the table is created. Click on finish. So let's come right down here. We should be able to see that very new table called std. There we go, that is it. That's a new database. Okay, drop it down, right click on this table, select create there, and I'm going to give it exactly the same name. You see this double head arrow, drop it down, and right in here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enter student ID. The student ID will be my primary key. The data type is integer. This primary key, the number is unique. Okay, and it must not be empty. Now underneath here, first name followed by surname. So all that I'm entering in here, no, that should be surname. Surname. All that I'm entering in here are all the data that you saw me added here. Every single information here, I'm now adding it straight onto my database. Okay, so don't mix it up. So I'm going to grab the address. Address is the next one. Paste address there. Then I have gender. After the gender is DOB. You can always change the data type if you want, but I'm just going to, for the sake of this project, I'm just going to move on. Then mobile, and here we have email. Underneath that, course. Underneath the course we have course code. Then we have home student. Oversee student. Let's make sure I have the same spelling. Overseas student, the same spelling, that's correct. Then we have accommodation. Accommodation. And what else do we have in there? Exchange. We have exchange. No, do that again. Then we have scholarship. After that, BSc and so on. Okay, we have BA, BSc, MA, MSc, PhD, we have modules now. Yep, that's good. Modules. It's going to be 8 of those. Module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5, module 6, module 7, module 8. Then we have score. Score, oh no, come on. Score, that will be number 1. Copy that first. Score 1, score 2, score 3, 4, 5, 6, score 7, and score number 8. Then we have total score. Ranking. Date. That's it. My database is completed. There we go, guys. In total, that should be 39 records. 39 columns or attributes. Alright, so let's click on apply. So we should have plus this, that's 1 up to 40 underneath here. Let's see. There we go. That is it. That is correct. I have 39. Alright, click on apply and apply again to finish up. That is it, all done. So if I go back to my database now, I can just change this name, the name of the database. Where is it? That is it right there. That's supposed to be STDB. And I will also have to change that up there because inside my variable I did change it. So let's come in here. That is it. I changed it to the old one. There we go. So make sure it's saved. So I'm now going to try it out to make sure this database is connected to this new system. Compile first and let's run it now. Run. Let's see. Hopefully it should work. There we go, guys. Look at that. That is it. All the titles are there, but there's no records. That's good. So the database is fine. Everything is working as expected. Okay, so all we then need to do now is to take care of these ones. First thing, let's take care of this easy one. Exit. So I'm going to come right here, right click on the exit, event, action, perform. There. right above exit here, I'm going to create a private variable there, private frame, and I'm just going to call it frame there. And I'm now going to use that frame. There's a frame equals new JFrame, and the alias is going to be exit. There we go. Now I would use an if statement. If J option plain dot show okay, let's say confirm dialog, and the dialog is going to be on the frame. And what do I want to say here? I'm going to get rid of all of these. I'm going to just say confirm if you want to exit. So that would be my confirm if you want to exit. That's my argument, if you want to exit. There, that's one argument. The second argument is going to be, let's call that student, maybe student DB or student DB. That's cool. So that's just going to be the title, or student management system. Okay, student management system. Okay, comma. Let's enter the other argument. Is going to be option plain dot, grab that, option plain dot use the method yes or no option. That will be equals option dot yes no option as well. And curly braces, if the system dot exit equals 0, then application dot exit, or the system exit does it. Okay guys, let's try that out. I'm going to compile and let's just run it and see how it's going to work. See, now click on run. That should work fine, hopefully. There we go. My table, empty table. You see that, guys? Confirm if you want to exit, and that is the title student database. So all of the argument that you guys saw, argument 1, 2, 3 and 4, the 4 arguments. If I say no, nothing happens. If I say yes, I'll be able to exit out. Okay, run it again. Okay guys, what we want to do now is I want to be able to enter data in there. Just populate the cells each, or the components, and click on add. And when I click on add, I would like all the data to be added onto the table and also straight into my workbench here. Alright, so I'm going to exit out again. Okay, let's go straight into add. Right click on add, and I'm going to go to event action perform. There we go. Okay, I'm going to scroll right up there. Let me grab some SQL query here. There we go. So I'm going to grab this. Let's grab here, from here up to here. That's fine. There. And scroll, go back right down here. We want that's it. So I'm going to paste that just to save time a little bit. Now, so what we want to try and achieve is we want to use MySQL. So instead of select here, this is going to be insert. There we go. Insert into the ST database the following. So what I'm going to insert into the following will include student ID, all of the fields that we have inside my database. Okay, all of the fields that I have inside my database will include student ID and so on. But first of all, let's just get rid of this problem here. So that's what's supposed to be try. There we go. So come right down here and just close that, and that should hopefully take care of that. So let's see, what else do we have? Add a cache. So I'm going to add a cache there. So right underneath here, I'm just going to say cache. Let's go for class not found exception. Okay, we're getting somewhere, and that is going to be EX. Now open up a curly braces there, and let's say java dot utility. No, that should be java dot utility. Very good. Dot login. Yeah, login. Dot logger. Dot get logger. And that is going to be, let me grab the name of my system is called students db underscore MySQL. Yeah, that's correct. Dot class dot get name. Right, and let's enter parentheses dot log. Okay, so getting somewhere. So I'm going to just grab all of these again, and I'm just going to use level there. Grab this, paste it right underneath here, and that is then going to be dot level. Yep. Dot comma none AX. Close that. There we go. Right, so let's move this and see. Okay, to get rid of that very error, I'm going to have to add the exception for SQL exception. So let's come down here. I'm going to grab all of these again, copy all of that. Okay, now come down here. I just paste it right underneath here. Then change this to SQL exception. So grab that, paste, and here I'm just going to change that to SQL exception. there, and that should take care of all of this error. SQL exception. There we go. Look at it, all the errors are gone. Okay, now I can continue with the let's minimize this. I can continue with the SQL query to call all of the database. So now come in here. Okay, that's student ID. Then the next one is going to be first name, comma, surname, comma, address. Okay, we have address, comma, I think gender can fit there, gender, right, comma. Let's get rid of these and just go to the next line there. So the next one is going to be DOB, yeah, DOB. Now the next one is going to be mobile phone or mobile email now, comma. So what I'm just doing is entering or adding all of my fields, comma, and I am going to just speed that up. Okay, let's speed that up. There we go. I've added all of my fields in there, and I'm talking about all of the fields that I have inside the database right here. There they are. Okay, 39 of it. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is, and I want to enter the value. I'm going to say plus value. So since we don't know the value, we just use a question mark for the value. So I'm going to open up brackets in there, come in here and just enter question mark. I need 39 of those. That's 2 there. So let's just copy and paste this around. Okay, there. So we then need to round it all up. So to round that up, I'm going to come in here. I need one more of those, no comma, because that's 19. Yep. And close the bracket. No. Close it and come out of here and just end that with a semicolon there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now what I want to do is since I have all my database or the columns in place, I now need to use prepare statement to grab every single data that will be entered into all of these components. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and just say prepare statement, which is PST dot set string, and the very first one will be number 1, then that is JTextField student ID dot get text. Right, that's the very first one taken care of. Alright, dot get text. Get rid of this. I'm going to copy that. And next one is surname, no, first name. Okay, paste. Let's align it properly. Okay, the next one is, okay, that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we have in here, that is going to be first name. We have surname here, surname, address, gender. In the case of gender, that is different. We need to specify that it's going to be a string character, string, and right there we then say JCBO, gender, dots, get selected item, there, and get rid of this one. There we go. That is for gender. So after gender, I have date of birth, DOB. Right, then that will be mobile here, or 7. Then I have email. There we go. So the first lot is taken care of. I'm just going to copy this now. This should be number 8. Data number 8. I have 31 more to go. Grab, copy, paste. And this is the next one here. Let's get rid of this because most of this is going to be okay. This is just a combo box. One of them is a combo box. This very one, combo box. That is the okay. Course code. Next, course code is a text box. And this is 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and here we then have, I think this is going to be, a combo box next. Yeah, because we're dealing with the, okay, those are combo box as well. Grab this and paste that here, and another one, and this is home student. The next one is overseas student. Okay, that's fine. Home student, overseas student. Then we want accommodation, and grab that. Paste. Want accommodation. Yeah. Paste again. Okay, we have home student, overseas student, then this will be accommodation. Yep, accommodation. Then here that is going to be exchange, and here that will be scholarship. There. Okay, if you guys are wondering, I have just added every single component that we have here. That's what I've just added. I've added these. I've added all of the components we have here. I've added 1, 2. I'm now adding these 4. I've added all of these. Now I'm going to add all the different types of degrees. So we have 5 in there. So we need 4 more of these. Paste. Okay, we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoa. 18. And we have 19 here. 20. Okay. Now change this to BA. BA. BSC. MA next. MSC. Then finally we have PhD here. There we go. Alright, so all of that is taken care of. The next one is going to be, why do we have error here? Oh, that's missing. Okay, the next one is also a combo box. Okay, so let's grab this. We need 8 of those because these are for modules. Combo box, we have 5 here, so let's grab 3 more. Paste and get it numbered properly. 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, and 28. Good. This is going to be module 1 as the first one. This is module number 2, module 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is fine. So we've just taken care of all of the modules. Now the next one is this course. We need 8 of those. So I'm going to grab something here. Grab all of those. The score is text box or JTextField. We got 8 of those in total. And repeat, just replace that. Okay, so the first one is, that's 29. Change that to 29. Let's change the numbers around. Okay, the very first one is called score 1 and so on. Score number 2 up to 20, up to number 8. Let's put in numbers later on. That's score here, right there. That is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. There we go. So we only have just 3 more to go, and that will make 38 and 39. Alright. So the next one is 37, 38 and 39. That is correct. So this one is date. This is ranking, and right here that is going to be total score. There we go. I've just added all of my data straight onto the add button right there. Okay, right, let's see if you guys can see. Maybe I should just press enter here. Press enter so that you guys can see it all. Alright, that's fine. Okay, and finally all that we then need to do here is just to get it executed. So let's say PST, prepare statement, dot execute update. Where is it? Execute update. Okay, let's just type that out. Execute update. There we go. There. And I'm just going to leave the MTD parenthesis. Now, what about a message? Let's enter a message there. Okay, we can just say, let's copy a message up there somewhere. Yeah, I do have a message. Yes. Oh, use. Okay, I'm gonna grab these. Take it down. Just paste it right underneath here. Show. No, that should be message. Let me change that to message. Message dialog. And that is going to be this comma. Let's say student management systems. Right. That is it, and I also need to get it updated. Update my database. Alright. Okay, I just call my function there to update the database. That is it. So let me show it to you guys. All we then need to then do is to try it out. There guys, have a good look at that. Okay, so I'm going to try it out. Or look here, look at that. That's wrong. That should be ST. Why did I change it again? So the database name is stdb. Okay, so have a good look at the add. Okay, so let's bring it down. Those are all of the components that I've added onto the system. So I'm going to try it out. So let's compile first, then we'll run it. Okay, hit and run. Let's give that a try. Alright, no error so far, so that's fine. There's nothing in there. Alright, student ID and name. I'm gonna say Daniel, and the name is Omen. Address number 15. All well road and mail. Date of birth, that will be 1907. Yeah, something like that. Mobile number Okay, let's speed that up. Email address danny@gmail.com. Okay guys, just had to speed that up. So let's add the units. We just add all those units, then we can try it out. Right, there we go. There. Okay, decision time. So let me show you guys here. There's nothing here, so let's see if that's gonna work. There we go. Look at that. Student management system. That means it's working. Come right here. That is it. Okay, brilliant. So let's come straight into our database here. That's our database. I'm just going to go straight to the table. Double click on the table. That should appear in there. That is it. That's the details of Daniel Omen. There we go, guys. So the system is working as we want. Okay, what I want to do now is let's take care of the results. Okay, so I'm going to exit out the result and the reset button. We need to take care of those, and this very one. So when we select any of those, it should populate the text box and so on. So let's exit out for now. Yep. Okay, I'm back on the design view. First of all, let me take care of this result. Double click on the result, or right click and select action perform. Now for the result, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to create an array there, and this very array I will just call it max equals new integer actually, new integer, and I'm going to make that 9. Okay, that's fine. All right, for my very first array I'm going to say 9 array Mike or max come in here. Let's say max equals, convert whatever we have in there to integer, dot parse int. That should be uppercase, so let's change that to uppercase. There we go. And what are we passing in there? We passing the very first data, which is the JTXT score 1 dot get text. There. That's the very first component that is stored in the array, so I'm going to copy that. In total is 8, so I'm just going to speed that up by copying and pasting. So we have 4. Copy all of these and just add another 4. There we go. So this one, arrays always start from 0, so the next one is going to be 1. We have 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So that's it. And this one is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Alright, those are my components in place. Now let's grab one of these to store all of the values. So I'm going to paste that in here, and that is going to be max 8, array max 8 equals 0 plus the next one and so on. Just add it all up. Okay, in total is 8, so I'm going to copy this and just paste. There we go. Enter semicolon there. Alright, so change the value of each mark. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 there. Alright, okay, I'm now going to add total that is inside mark 8 into my, that would be JTextField total score dot set. That should be set text. Alright, and what are we setting in there is going to be mark 8, but we have to convert that into an integer, or into a string, not an integer. Okay, integer dot convert to string there. And what are we converting to string is going to be mark 8. Enter semicolon out here. Alright, so that is fine. Now let's use an if statement to check or to validate the ranking. So if the total is like 700, then we can class that as first class. So let's come down here. So let's say if mark is greater than and equals to 700, open up the bracket, and that means txt ranking dot text, that will be equals first class there. That's done. Okay, so we have the first one sorted, so we can just copy and paste this. So I'm going to copy that, paste. That is 6, that's 5. Let's come down here, that's 600, 500. So in the case of 600, that will be second class upper. Second, no, write it how it's written academically. Second class upper. There we go. And this is going to be second class lower, second class lower here. There we go. Alright, so let's take care of the other conditions. So move these down. I'm going to grab all of those. Let's paste it right underneath here. Now if is 400, that is going to be third class. Okay, and if is greater than and equals to 300, that is going to be certificate of higher education there. And finally, if let's assume we have something like less than and equals to 299, okay, in that case it's going to be a fail. There we go. Nice one. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to be able to add dates really. So let's compile and run first before we do that. Run. Alright, so let's try that out with some value. There we go. correct. But when you look at this, it gives me that. So why? We need to check that. Okay, that should have been first class. So let's see why do we have that. I'm going to exit out, but at least the result is working. Exit. Oh, this is a silly mistake. I'm going to just change it all to else if. Come on, else if instead of using ifs. Else if, else if, else if. Yes, well, and here. Okay, let's try it out one more time. It's running now. Yeah. There we go. So that's fine, but this is not allowed. Okay, so I only want you to be able to enter 0 to between 0 and 100. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's come down here first. I'm going to take care of the dates. Let's say dates equals dates, creating an object date. My calendar is JCalendar JCalendar1 dot get date. There, that is my calendar. So what I want to do is when I click on that very button, I want it to add the date onto the date cell that will have there, or the data box. Okay, so I'm going to format it as well. So let's say date format. I'm going to call that df. Okay, that's good enough for me. Df equals new sample date format, and the date format I'm going to use as follows. Let's say the date first slash slash, and we enter the year 1 2 3 4. That is good. Now enter semicolon there. Right, so I'm going to say string. So this, now I want to convert the date to a string. String equals df dot format and what are we formatting? We're formatting date. That is what we are formatting right here. So enter semicolon there. Now that we formatted date, we now need to add this straight into the txt date. So I'm going to grab that, come right down here, JTXT date dot set text equals, there we go, that is it, done. Okay, anytime we click on that we add the dates. Okay, so let's run it. Run. Okay, I'm going to add some value in there, else we might end up with an error because it's empty. Click there, that gives me the date. Let's say we clear it. No, clear is not working. Alright, let's assume we have more than 100. So what do we want the system to do? We want the system to convert it all to 100 or refuse it. Okay, only 100 is allowed. So what I'm going to do is for each of these variable here, we're going to check what value we have in here. So for each of these array, so let's start by saying if, let's come down here, if max 0 is greater than 100, okay, then no, that should be a coil of braces. Then we want JTextField score 1 dot text equals 0. There we go. The very first one is taken care of. Okay, let's use else if for the other one. So I'm gonna come in here, let's say else if, hopefully that should work. If mark 1 is greater than that, then this one will become 0. Else if mark 2, then mark 3 becomes 0. Mark 4, then mark 5 becomes 0. Mark 6, the 6, no, 5, then this one becomes 6. Then 7, this one will be 7, and this is 6. And finally there, this is 7, why this one is 8. There. So if any of them is greater than 100, take care of it. So let's compile and run. Alright, let's try that out. There. Now try that out. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So change those to 0, and let's say we now correct it and enter some value in there. There we go. So that is fine. Alright, so the next one we want to take care of now is, let's take care of 1, 2, the reset, and this one. So let's take care of the reset first. But before we do that, let me show you guys the lines of code for the results. Array declared, each of the component and the text box assigned to their respective arrays, and all of the arrays are added together. Total value stored inside total score, and here this is validation to check either first class, second class, third class, and so on. And here this is for the dates, to display the dates. Then finally we have this to check if the value is greater than 100, just convert it straight to 0. That is it. Hold on. So if this is 1, wait a minute, we have 1, 2, 3, no, 0, 1, 2. So this one should be 3. There should be 3 there, so 3 is missing. Okay, copy that. Let's place 3 in the middle here. Okay, this is 3 and this is 4. Good. We have 3, 4, we have 5, we have 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's correct. Alright, that is done. Now we need to take care of the reset. Double click on reset. There. Okay, to start with, I'm going to create 2 objects. So the first one is going to be JTextField, and I'll just call that JTXE equals nothing. And the second one is going to be for the combo box. And I'm going to call that JCBO equals no. There we go. Get rid of this. Alright, so let's use a for statement for components. Let's say component C in panel. I think the first panel, let's see what is the name of that very panel. Let's see, and that is what, panel number 10. Okay, let's go in there. Panel 10 dot get components. Yeah, enter curly braces. Therefore statement if C dot get class dot to string dot contains a JAVAX file. Let's say JAVAX dot swing dot text field. Okay, if that is what it contains, then we want the following to happen. There, we want to clear it now, so I'm going to say JTXE equals JTextField. Right, let's paste that in there. That is C must be cleared. TXE dot set text, that is equals nothing in it. Okay, that is the very first one taken care of. Alright, so I'm going to just copy this to take care of the other one. So grab this. The next one is 5. Okay, panel number 5. Then we have panel number 7 as well. Panel number 7, bring it down. 7. So we have panel 5. Let's see the others. That is 7. Good. This one is what panel? 5. That's a nice one. Okay, we have 5, we have 7, then we have panel 4. Inside panel 4 we have 2 different components. So I'm going to come down here, panel 4, change this to 4. Then panel 4 again, panel 4 again. Inside panel 4, the component this time around is a combo box. So we have to change this to ComboBox and change this one to CBO here, CBO, and this will become ComboBox here. ComboBox. Okay, and yeah, Combo, there's an O here as well. Yeah, and here that is going to be selected index to 0. There we go. Alright, let's see. And here should be a ComboBox as well, so grab that and change this to a ComboBox. Alright, that's good. So let's check which other one. So the other one will be 1 and 2 here. So let's see. That is 9, then this one will be 8. Right, that's 8 back in here. So I'm going to grab that of the combo and change this to 9, panel 9, and this is panel number 8. There we go. Okay, panel 9, panel 8. Alright, so this index means the first value in there. Okay, so it will just change it straight to the very first value. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, if I come in here now, let's open it up. Where is it? Right there. Okay, no is 0, y is yes. Those are the index. Okay, index 0, index 1. Look at it again, index 0 and 1. Okay, and this one, in the case of this, we have up to the 9, okay, 10 actually, 0, 1, and so on. Okay, alright, that is fine. I've taken care of all of that. So let's compile and run. Now run. Okay, let's change the value and see what's going to happen. There. In the case of this index 0, there's nothing there, so that's fine. Let's just enter value in everything. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. Okay, it's declared as integer, so it will definitely clear it anyway. It's not going to take in those values. Okay, change this to yes, yes, yes. And enter some data in here. Okay, reset. Try to reset out. Oh, before then, you see here, if I click on that, there nothing works there, you see, because of these wrong values. So if I click on reset, there we go. Apart from this is not resetting and this is not resetting. Okay, 1, 2. Alright, let's grab their name and get them sorted. Exit out. Yeah, so this one is called what? Guardian, and this one is, that's course anyway. Right, so course Guardian, grab that variable and come right in here, resets. Right underneath here, I'm gonna add them there. Get them dot sets index, set selected index, make that 0 there. And the other one, that is JCBO, JCBO gender as well there. Then JCBO course, there we go. Okay, those are the three that are kind of like singled out, so they are all sorted now. Alright guys, that is the reset taken care of. Okay, have a good look at it. It's all the same lines of codes. It's just at one point you're gonna have to change the components, like where we have ComboBox and where we have this ComboBox, and this is TextField. Alright, that is it, taken care of, all done. Now we now need to take care of this very one here, so double click on that. Yeah, double click on that. So I'm going to use an if statement in there. So if j course code, or course, not a course code, course dot get selected item and dot equals, okay, if it equals, let's say select a course, in that case I want this to happen. Let's come down here. In that case, I'm gonna come in here and just grab the course already. Where is it? It's right here. No, that is panel 7. Okay, let's go in there and grab panel 7. Panel number 7, this is it right there. Grab all of those. So if that is selected, clear every text field that we have in there. So that's what I've just done. So I'm going to come in here now, double click on this, paste that in here, one down, but I'm going to have to declare this here, copy this and just paste that right up here, and this, grab all of these, equals nothing. Alright, so that's the first condition taken care of. Right, have a good look at it. Now I'm going to use else if. Let's come in here, paste this one in here, so that, in fact, I should actually indent it properly so that it looks a little bit readable. Right, yeah, it's now better. Yeah, much better. Okay, that's fine. So that's the first condition. The next one is going to be, I'm going to use else if. So let's grab that. So come right underneath here, else if. Okay, if what we have in there, let's assume is maybe BA animation, so I would then want JTXT course code dot set text and that is going to be BA002. So that is the coming here there. So that is the course code for that. The next one is JTextField faculty, and that is going to be what we're going to call that faculty of, okay, let's say School of Art. Right, the next one is Dean of Faculty, JTXT, no, it's J there, JTXT Dean. So that is going to be as a professor animal. Right, the next one is JTXT program leader. So who is that going to be? Let's make that up as well. Dr. Hart Carlton there. And next we have the tutor. So let's say JTXT tutor. Okay, the tutor, we can just say that is Dr. Kim Casey. There we go. That is it, all taken care of. So I'm going to grab this and just use it for the others. Okay, copy that, paste it there, and just change things around. Try it again. Copy, paste. So I'm going to speed that up, guys. Okay, that is it, all done, guys. So have a good look at those. There we go. Those are all the conditions for the combo box. Okay, let's run that. Run. Now if I select any of these, that should populate that. Okay, we need to check this, maybe it's wrong spelling there. That is fine. Yeah, that's working fine. Okay, right, apart from this. Okay, let's try this out. Alright, we need to check out this as well. Okay, let's go back in here. Let's see, what do I have in here? I have BA animation. Now let's see, what do I have right in here? Okay, wait a minute, go back in here, grab this BA animation, come right in here, select that BA. No, look at the spelling, wrong spelling of animation. Alright, that's one. This one is fine, so let me copy that and let's go inside my code here. What did I put in there? There. Okay, leave the selection made is this, clear everything in here, run. See that again. Yeah, that's fine. That is still not working. That is working now. I think I spotted the error. Look at it, there was supposed to be clear in there, which I did not clear. Alright, come back in here, just paste that that I've just copied. So I'm going to say dot text and set that to no. Dead. In that case, that means there will be an error in the clear as well, so I might as well just take care of that now. So let's run it and see. Let's see, come on. There, and there we go. That's fine, it's working now. There. Okay, let me try the clear out. If I say clear, oh, that works. Alright. Okay, so that is taken care of. Now I want to set all of this to 0 and use this as a selector. So let's come right in here. I'm going to select every single component here. These ones I will first of all come in here. Let's get it aligned. Let's align will be center, text component 0, and I think that will do. No, this enable, that will be false. Enable unchecked. There we go. So only this we enable it. So double click on this. So right in here I'm going to use an if statement. If JComboBox model 1 dot get selected item dot equals, if it's equals nothing. Okay, so now I want something to happen. I want JTXT score dot score 1 dot set text, and that will be equals 0. There. Now JTXT set text dot set enable. Okay, grab this. To enable it will be false. Dot set enable, do that again. Dot set enable equals false. Else, there. In that case, this will be cleared. That will be cleared. Enable will become true. Enable become true. And we'll request focus here. Let's say dot request focus. There we go. That is it, done. I'm going to copy this and use it for the others. Copy. Now come right in here. The next one is 2. Double click on module number 2 right up here. Paste. And change this to 2. Everything will be 2. 2. 2. Okay, so you guys see that? Module 1, text box 1. Module 2, text box 2. So module number 3, text box will be 3. 3, 3, and 3. So only if we select a subject will the system be enabled. So the next one is number 4. Paste and change this to 4 and 4. Yep. And we have 5 there. Change that to 5. 5. 6. 6. Then we have 7 and 8. 7. There we go. And finally 8. There. Change this to 8. 8 and 8. There guys, all done. I think I'm officially finished. Alright, I'm going to compile and run the program. Let's see, it's coming up. Run. Oh, it's coming up now. There we go. Okay guys, let's just speed this up, and I'm gonna add some value here for the student. No, let's say it's a BSc student, and let's add the names and details. And that's going to be Cammy Wills, Ghost Town. And that is it guys. We now need to just check out the details. So let me show it to you. As you can see, there's nothing in there, so I'm going to now click on result, and let's add that straight to our database. Let me show you my database here, the table, and let's just click on add here. There we go, successfully added. So with that guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. There's a lot of benefit if you're a member. So you all have a nice day now, and bye for now.